Hi guys, this is Force, and I'm gonna do a little progress video, and today I'm gonna talk about how I got my dungeoneering as a pure and how I train at frost dragons, or how I kill frost dragons. I don't wanna say it. I'm gonna start off with my dungeoneering because that's what I think most people wanna know about. As you know, I'm a pure. I have one defense. These are my stats. These are basically the stats I did my 85 engineering with. And first of all, the bindings. I'm gonna talk about them first. You wanna bind if you're not 64 mage. You wanna bind cosmic runes, 125 of those, and just weapon. If you can't get a weapon on the floors in dungeons, you can just ask when you're doing a large floor or something like that to for someone to make one that you can use. That's good for you. I had a Catagon Mall which you need 70 strength for. It was pretty decent, and I had a 75 requirement range longbow, which I only used on bosses because yeah, who cares? The floors. When I began to dungeoneer, I was lucky. Oh well, lucky. There was some guy that was standing. I had no clue what world or anything. Well, it says dungeoneering world, but I was in 117, I believe, and there was like a Comet 130 that said, "Yo, wanna dunge?" And he had obviously just reset his progress and was gonna make a new one, so I had to complete the low level force, and asked he wanted to help me. So we did two floors, small, complexity 6, which got me six dungeoneering levels. It helped a lot. I uh, it went so slow. First of all, dungeoneering is very slow when you're doing it on your own in the beginning, or overall, it's very slow in the beginning. So be careful with that. And I'm gonna go here now. He does have a cannon. I'm not gonna be here. Is there anyone on this side? Good, it's a good range. Nope. Oh yes, but he just had a packet. Who cares? My favorite spot. Yeah. I don't really remember what floors I did from 1 to 70 engineering, but basically just do the floors you can do, and when you're done all your floors, just reset progress and start from the beginning again. It will help. You need to do that because you won't get the same XP otherwise. And yeah, I followed a guide from 70 plus to 85. What range? Okay, good. And from 70 and upwards to 85, I did from 1 to 30 floor. I complexity 1 rushed, which one floor should take 1 to 2 minutes, between 1 and 2 minutes, not more, because then you fail. And if you're new to dungeoneering, as I was, you will learn when dungeoneering. You will learn, you will understand. I didn't really watch a guide on how to dungeoneer, only which floors I should do, but it's not that hard at all actually. I learned pretty quick, but other side, I enjoy these kind of skills. If you're not one defense and a pure and a low level, which sucks. Yep. But it was kind of tough. Ooh, oh goddamn. And from 30, from floor 30, when I was 70 plus engineering, I did large floors, 30 and upwards. I think I can do floor 43 or something now when I have 85, and then just reset and do it all again. It's pretty simple actually. The only problem when you're low level in engineering with randoms is that no one wants you in your team because you won't you won't deal as much damage as they do, but I, not to be cocky, but I was better than most of the people I dungeoneer with. I did more than them. Most of the people actually do suck, in my opinion. They are lazy. They don't want to do much. And one other problem is when you're a pure, you have to host a lot of floors. No one wants you in your team. Most of the time when they invited me to a floor, it was an accident. They often realized my combat level, fuck, when I was in the dungeon and they didn't bother restart. God bless them. But you need to host a lot and you need to key a lot because most of the time it is actually the host keys. I when a dungeon started and I hosted, I always asked everyone if anyone was interested in keying. Most of the time, everyone obviously said no, but sometimes someone said yes, I can key, and that really glad me because it's a pain in the ass to key as a low level. I can't do any skill doors. You see, it is 887 total level. It sucks. You need like 80 plus every skill if you're gonna key. So I actually managed to do some skillers. Uh, and yeah, about deaths and so, you should really care about your deaths. But you're not gonna leech because you're zero food or zero prayer. You're still gonna help with guardian doors. And when you're keying, you need a lot of food. You need a lot of prayer, especially when you're a pure. Because I can't wear a Shadow Silk Hood, which protects me from, I don't even know what it protects from, but a lot of monsters. And that's the problem. Most of the time I can't finish an entire large floor keying because I need my prayer altar would run out. I will use amazing large amount of food, but yeah, that's why most of the time I only did like 60 to 70% of the floor, and then I asked if someone else could key, and sometimes they said yes, and sometimes they said no. You had to live with it. If they said no, I just stood there like everyone else. I did nothing. I AFK'd until someone said that they can key, because there's no point in doing a floor if you're gonna die 5 times. Then your XP is halved. You can leave the dungeon. I think I left a dungeon once because of deaths. Yeah, I believe so. Once or twice because of deaths. And that sucks. Because when you come a far away on the dungeon, you want to finish it, but you don't want to finish it if you're not gonna get any good experience because then that floor is done and you can't do it again until you reset your progress. And rushing complexity 1 to 30 is a pain in the ass, and I hate it. That's why on my last progress, when I got 85, I didn't do the rushes first. I did what did I did large 29, 27, 26, mainly because I refused to do complexity 1. I also did see complexity 6 smalls, like floor 20 to 25, because I just I was sick of rushing. So it's not slow. Rushing 1 to 30 takes the same amount of time amount of time of doing one large floor with a bad team. But I don't really understand why I didn't do it actually. Oh well, enough of that. You're gonna, if you are beginning to dungeoneering as I was, you're gonna learn how to dungeoneer. You have to learn how to dungeoneer. You have to learn how to key, and you will have to host game with floors, because it's just a big waste of time waiting there and saying this. Need 30. Need 30. Need 30. Biggest waste of time. I can't believe people did do this and did this. I just can't stand doing that. I rather host and key half the floor than just stand there and wait, because no one's gonna invite me. I never invited those who said need. I let them come to me. And you need to host because no one wants a level 67. Most sometimes they didn't know that I was combat 67. 67 for I said 64. And sometimes the host said like he's gonna lower the boss combat, and that is true. But if I were them, I wouldn't take a combat 64 for that. I'd rather take another 120 plus combat or something like that. But they believed in me, and they did right in doing so, because I gated a lot of doors. I do gate a lot of doors. I am participating. I am helping the keyer a lot, and you need to do it. You don't need to do it because most of the times they don't care. They won't kick you. Some only some cases a party member get kicked. It doesn't happen that often, even if they're AFK or don't do shit or suck and everything. If people just they don't want to go through the process of getting another party, so they just finish the floor and get rid of that person. Most of the time, at least. And I think that covers the dungeoneering part. Blah, I hope. When I'm doing this, you see I have a pretty low range level for killing frost dragons. Actually, the fastest way I would say is I haven't tried mage, but I've seen a lot of some guys where they're using melee and it with the carry rapier and it goes very fast because these are weak to stab, I believe. But range works good as well. When you're when you have low stats, you need a cannon to do the work for you. So I often lure the dragons like this. I make it come closer to the cannon. I have a rule: the cannon have to shoot at least 2 shots at the dragon each turn. Otherwise, it's not close enough. Otherwise, it would take too long because I don't do enough damage. I believe yeah. When I get 80 range, I will get Cadet Crossbow. And when I start bursting rock lobsters, I will get 75 attack for Step of Light. I will stay the same strength level pretty much. Or just camp bandits until I've simplified. I was choosing from Carrick Staff or Carrick Crossbow, and I think I made a decision that I will get Carrick Crossbow. I never had a chaotic or any dungeoneering item for that sake. But yeah, that's the end of the video, I believe. And you see now, I lure the dragon, I run to the corner, it comes close to the cannon. The cannon can shoot 3 or 4 shots, and that was just an unlucky round because it had like 4 zeros. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will make another progress video in some days. I believe I will start when I get like 10 million, 10 mil. I wasted like about 3 or 4, 2 to 3 mil on getting 54 summoning. I want to do this do it the fastest way. So I'm lazy. I will probably merge items when I get about 10 mil. So merging, combining with the killing frost dragons will get me a lot of money. I hope. I have to lure this dragon because my cannon is only shooting 1 shot. Make sure that you don't run too far away because then we get another dragon on you, and that sucks because then you won't be able to finish this one. Aha, and yeah, you know this ball of lightning, you cannot attack it. Then, yeah. Yeah, hope you enjoyed and see you later, guys. See ya.